Hello my friends, we're going to sprout lentils today. So what you're going to need is a mason jar and a cover for it. And what I use for a cover is I use a ring, and you can use like cheesecloth or a piece of cloth that's real porous. I go and take a piece of screen material right here and cut a ring that will fit inside. This will allow air exchange and also allow you to rinse the lentils. Okay, what we're going to do is use a half a cup of, I have brown lentils here. They're very inexpensive. And what you want to do first is soak them overnight, about 12 hours. And then we're going to start the sprouting process. Sprouting is going to start the lentils into its germination process. And the reason you want to be using the sprouting process is there's some advantages to sprouting. First of all, some people have trouble digesting lentils, and it's because there's a lactic acid in the lentils, and the sprouting process helps to diminish that. And in that process, it also increases the vitamins and mineral content of the lentils, especially the B vitamins and the carotene. Also, at the end of the sprouting, if you expose it to light, it will increase the vitamin C content of the lentils. The sprouting process also breaks down some of the sugars, which can cause gas problem. So it'll reduce the amount of gas that you would have from eating lentils. And what we'll do now is let this sit for about 12 hours or overnight and do the process. And the process varies depending on what you want to use the lentils for. When I'm making a soup, I like to have the sprouts just start to be about half the length of the lentil itself to about the length of the lentil. If I want to use it for a soup, a lot of times, or a salad, a lot of times I'll let it go to a larger length, like you would buy a bean sprout. Of course, they're not going to be the same size because the lentil itself is much, much smaller. Okay, let's give it some time and see what happens. This is day one. The beans are soaked overnight, and what we need to do is give it a rinse and use warm water. This is where the screen comes in handy. I rinse right through the screen. Okay, now that it's rinsed, we're going to let it drain for a while. I'll set it in the dish drying rack, and then I'm just going to leave it lay horizontal and rinse it every 12 hours. And I'll leave it set like this for 12 hours and rinse it again every 12 hours, and in a few days we'll have our sprouts. Day two. Here's the volume, and if I can get a close up here, you can see the sprouts starting. And this would probably be good to cook in soups at this stage, but we're going to let this go. I'll give it a rinse and see how we do it. So we went from a half a cup to, looks like it's almost a cup and a half to 2 cups. Here's day 3. See the volume increase and the length of the sprouts. Here's day 4, and you can see the jar is full. And what we need to do now is rinse it. I'm not going to let them go any longer. You could, but this is enough for me. And you can see the leaves just starting to sprout out of the seed. If you would let this set in the sunshine for a little while, it would increase the vitamin C content. Here's a comparison after 3 days. A half a cup of lentils and a bowl full of sprouts. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.